Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll introduce the background of the hackathon first.
Yeah, we are go live.
Sure.
Feel free
Okay,
to
sure.
start.
Great. It would be great if you can mute, Lim. Thank you. Awesome. So, hey guys, welcome to the very first Avalanche Hackathon demo session. This is Steve from Dorahacks. Very happy to host today's session. I got COVID during East Denver. So it just took me a week to fully recover. Actually, not fully recovered yet, but finally have the ability to speak again, which is great. But anyways, very happy to host today's sessions. we actually have 5 projects presenting today, but the founder of OpenBiSea is actually joining us from Ukraine, and we just heard that he couldn't be joining today. So good luck with OpenBiSea team. We hope you all the best in this difficult time. But yeah, back to the background of this hackathon. So we are having the very first project demo session for Avalanche Asia Hackathon. We're having a $5 million prize pool, which is great. And it's actually for all the participating projects to compete. We have been seeing brilliant projects joining this event. We have been seeing actually a lot of really exciting projects thriving in the Avalanche ecosystem. And with this hackathon, we plan to discover who are the next best project in DeFi, in GameFi, in NFT, all the different sectors. So today, yeah, very happy to have 4 projects joining. They are all here, BWS. BWS is aiming to deliver a fund portfolio management solution. And Fabwelt. So Fabwelt creates games and technology to fully integrate blockchain from advanced gameplay experience. We have Kingdom Quest. Kingdom Quest is a casual game bundle launching an emerging blockchain-based gaming space. And last but not least is an old friend of Dora community, is DexPad. DexPad allow everyone to mint their own token, and they also create a very easy airdrop and launchpad experience. So without further ado, let's welcome Luca from BWS to introduce his project to us. And you have 10 minutes to introduce the project. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. I'm Luca from BWS. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep. We're good.
Sounds good. So our goal is to deliver one-stop portfolio management ecosystem, not just at the app on Avalanche. What's the problem? The problem is if you want to allocate 10% of your money to crypto in a portfolio, in a theoretically sound portfolio, is very hard. I just starting crypto in November 2011. I'm a portfolio manager in volatility strategies, and there is actually no tool at all to basically create a sensible portfolio that you can sleep well at night. So our product market fit is not the people that just buy Coinbase and they just hope stuff go up, but not even the gen that play any risky project on the system. What we're looking is more to have the average user that he can, say, spend 30 minutes per week looking at crypto, but it's not fully invested 24/7 like us. And we want to allow him to create a portfolio that he keeps safe, even if he's unlucky with his timing. To build a portfolio with a reasonable volatility, more similar to what the people experience in TradFi in a 60-40 portfolio, which is about 10-15% volatility, is actually quite a hard mathematical problem in crypto, because you have all these up and down with the very fat tails. So to actually create a portfolio is pretty hard, and if you calculate the exposure correlation matrix and risk factor, you need to put careful attention, and you can expect that a majority of people are able to do that. And there are some tools out there that offer some backtesting, but DeFi is so new, it's basically useless to use backtesting as itself. So our solution is to deliver a fun portfolio management solution nudging the user to build a theoretically sound portfolio, and we completely abstract from them the gas fee, because the new user would not really care about what this gas fee means, and offer him on top, to make it safe, an attractive insurance protection embedded in the system. Our value proposition, so we create a fun homepage using models, and it's gonna be I'm Italian, as you can see my accent, but I live in Australia, in Sydney. Attach the concept of the Bondi Beach lifestyle. So the BWS, that is one of the app of the ecosystem, is aiming to do mathematical optimization on the background, abstracting all the maths, all the finance stuff from the user that they need to experience more to play as a game, but to have actually the same access to the same state. He will have the same access on the background, or the state-of-the-art portfolio management science that are at the moment are available just for high net worth individuals. So if you have $5 million, you go to UBS or Goldman Sachs, whatever, they're going to use the same algorithm that we're going to implement on the background for you, but you don't need to worry about. And from the gamify point of view, we have a metaverse page where we basically use gamification, metaverse, and meme to basically simplify and make it fun, the process for him. And the main added value here is we offer attractive insurance protection, so the downside for our user is capped. And it is a much better value proposition than just buy BTC ETH put. They're always very expensive. So a bit about me. I'm a portfolio manager with a 5-year track record in volatility strategy. I work for multiple hedge funds, in multiple billion-dollar hedge funds, and I have a track record to deliver solid risk-adjusted return in the market. And I'm also a PhD it start to be machine learning, but end up to be more finance and more portfolio management related. And I hold a multiple degree. And I'm very well connected in the Asia sell-side ecosystem. So I'm one of the most active trader in equity derivatives in Asia. And for our team at the moment is mainly Benson, that is a member of PayPal technical team, and he works in transaction-based compliance and blockchain. That is very useful, and he has already startup experience. And the other people are from my inner circle that are all 10-year plus experience in their field as a CFO and CMO. And at the moment, I'm multiple conversation to recruit more presidents to be more run more the business when I can concentrate more to investment. What's our competitive advantage? Our competitive advantage is the insurance we offer. So we are the only app in all DeFi they offer insurance on a customized and diversify user portfolio. So the user create his own portfolio, and we deliver insurance to exactly what he built. Why nobody offered this? Because it's actually pretty hard mathematical problem. You need particular skills to do it. And why that is very important for the user perspective is because the only edge that a retail has is not punting the market, is actually timing the market, stay invested for multiple months, years possible. And this insurance allow him to stay in the market and not panic at a possible time, so he can compound his returns. I'm running short of time, so I go quite fast on this. This is just the ecosystem. I will share my slide later. I just want to go to the demo. This will be the roadmap. So at the moment, we just deliver MVP, and we're building on this. And the actual token launch will be in July. At the moment, we are recruiting raising money. And the go-to-market strategy, we have a multi-step process to actually attach the system. Again, we don't have enough time to go all about this. One important point is we're going to build at the moment is the metaverse, because we think if you want to write to 1 million user, we need to basically make it very, very fun for the user to use it. And there is example as a DeFi Kingdom, but there is a lot of like that. To me, it sounds very geeky. We're more looking to more fun and beach life kind of point of view. And we have a second app that will be more for professional use that will not demo in this conversation. So let me just jump in the demo. I think I have 3 minutes. So we have a fun app with our partner, mainly Dopex and Trader Joe, that simp our models. And our models give a very small presentation about I don't know if you can hear correctly, but and we use all this concept of video that also the new generation are very used about TikTok and Instagram Reels to basically to communicate what the platform is. We have an analytics page, so we another model to point it out the feature of this page to show some analytics on our basically whitelist, and we give a score that will be helpful for the optimization. That is actually is an ensemble model. And I don't go in details for that, but there is a lot of mathematics behind to actually rebuild a portfolio. But we make it very easy to the user decide his input. So when you build a portfolio, you need to decide how much risk you want to take. So we're just going to use our character to basically select. So for example, Bella is the safest. We're going to make the user choose his top 3 favorite token. So you have an idea that he customize. We give an idea of the protection. So for example, at this level, if the user used 20%, we reimburse 10%. So it basically, in the maximum can lose is 10%, and the upside is unlimited. And you're gonna go to the trade page. So in the trade page, the user gonna see the risk preference on the token on top of this thing. We're gonna explain a little bit how we do the optimization. You can choose different algorithm to do the optimization. But the key point, and you're gonna save just very easily, is new portfolio. So you have a detailed way to the portfolio, but you're gonna see that this portfolio is very well diversified, and we're gonna give a small back test on the worst case scenario. That is 10%. You can't lose more than that because we're gonna reimburse any loss over a certain threshold. And the average performed the last 12 months and the best performed the last 12 months. We don't make any claim about the future, but we give an idea what happened in the past. So the idea is they have a call option-like payoff, but it doesn't need to know what is a call option as. We're just going to show in this chart that he can lose 10, but he's actually the upside is unlimited in a bull market, of course, because they're going to be long risky asset. And we do a handy calculator here. And the last page that will be very important now, we're developing right now, is to gamify the platform. So we have the concept at the moment is just a screenshot, but it's basically the idea is to build a DeFi kingdom kind of product, but where the user enter in a beach club and will have access to different product and tool. I think I'm out of time to basically create a level for different users. So it will be a level 1 that the staking reward will be lower. We are level 2 and level 3, and we want to basically is all to incentivize the users to stay in the platform and invest for the long term. That is actually how we'll make money. I think I'm out of time, but I have many other slides, but we don't have time to go in. And just one shout out to our partners. So we build on top of Trader Joe and will be the farm, but we have also a strong partnership with Dopex. That is the best option protocol in DeFi. So we will be able to offer to more advanced user very more hedge fund-like strategy on top of the basic optimization using just farm and tokens. And we will launch relatively soon on Sommelier, basically a benchmark platform. So it's a simplified version of what will WS be, but it will allow us to cut time to the market. And please let me know if you have any question.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for a brilliant presentation, Luca. So today we have a judge joining.
Mm-hmm.
I think there will be a few judges joining today. So we have Hibiki. Hibiki is Senior Investment Manager of KC Labs. He's a judge of the hackathon in general, who's also joining this hackathon with us. So maybe before Hibiki, I have a question. So what are the next steps for BWS?
Can I share my screen again or just show you my roadmap?
Yeah.
You see?
We can already see it.
So at the moment we deliver this MVP. So we start basically made the website in 2 weeks. So you need a lot of improvement on the hedge. It's just to demonstrate the concept. So at the moment we rising a pre-seed round for QV Labs as an equity to basically have the money to build on the platform to the level I want to be. And we on the background we already implemented the more professional one. We don't think there is one size fit all for portfolio management, which means nothing to most of people. So we want to target the mass with the BWS. So this is very fun, and this target say 1825. But I have a more professional one. If you actually want to put $100,000 into that, you probably want something a bit more specific. So we're going to create a lot of more analytics. And what we look now is with DOPEX to create a bounty system. So I don't want to create a crazy big team, but we want to still recruit the best talent developer that we need to pay, of course. But we create a bounty system with DOPEX to access to the developer. They ship like crazy. And I think they are the best team, to be honest, I saw. And so we're going to create using their developer to do the integration in order to create a win-to-win. So that is the main thing we are working on now. And I already have calls to work some biz developer modes, all this kind of stuff to create more live. But initially, we'll probably target a small test market, like maybe Philippines or another Asia market, to test it out, what the user how the user gonna react to the system. And we're gonna do the proper token launch and a big raise on July. If it's answer.
Got it. Cool. So let me know, Hibiki, if you have any questions.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hi, Luca. Hi, Steve. So this is Hibiki from KuCoin Labs, and apologize to jumping during the middle because I just received the link, and thanks for your presentation. So I had a look around your experience. So I'm very curious about the story behind this project, because you seem to be, from a very quant background, and what motivated you to come to this field, and so any just story you would like to share?
Yeah. So at the moment I'm on leave of PAG. This PAG is a $45 billion hedge fund based in Hong Kong, but was working from Australia. And since July, I applied for my PR in Australia. And with the COVID situation, I couldn't travel. So I'm technically on leave. And so I can do basically what I want. And in early November, I always be skeptical of crypto in general before actually try Avalanche. Because, I try Ethereum and I put $200 in compound and basically lost it in 5 minutes to gas fee and everything. And in basically early November, my Bloomberg license expired, so I couldn't trade my PA the same way I wanted. So okay, I try FTX, and in the data in crypto are free, so you can build actually model with very low marginal cost. So I start to trade my portfolio, and I start to make 30% per month in multiple arbitrage. So I say, okay, there is something into crypto. And I start to build tool for myself, but it's actually very hard to build a tool to have a portfolio similar to my hedge fund portfolio that is 1 billion gross. I can have the same tool, but I want something similar, and there's absolutely nothing. So I start to build this tool, and I start to recruiting people. And before, my idea was more for BWS Square, so a very professional Bloomberg-like feel. But I saw that 18, 20 years old, they really don't care about that. So I basically decided to go for full gamification, using the Bondi lifestyle that I kind of live, to introduce to sound portfolio management. Because I don't think most people will care about the max if I use a hierarchical risk parity or mean optimization, or I do all the crazy things I do to clean up the data. That is by something I can offer to the mass, and I can really help, I think, people to compound the return over multiple epochs. Because you can't really retail have no edge in the market in most things, but the only edge is basically stay in the market multiple times. So I think there is a resonate with my friends and my inner circle. So I start to build, and my visa in Australia not arrived yet, so I'm building up, and I actually like it. And the feedback I got from community, from both crypto people and both TradFi, I'm into something, and I think with the right resource, it's more about talent game, in my opinion. If I can, and for that reason, I partner with Dopex, I can build something that is very unique. And not in all DeFi, it's very hard to find somebody with my background to actually manage the risk of the portfolio behind the product. So we probably 3-year advantage in compared to other people entering the space. I don't know if you answered your question, but I'm Italian and blah blah.
I can tell. Yeah, grazie.
Okay. Yeah, we have 3 more projects to go. So sorry, but I have to to say it's a pretty cool project, Luca. Looking forward to see how you evolve this project till the end of the hackathon and after the hackathon. And very happy to host you today. So yeah, so the next project will be Fabwelt. Yeah, I have Fabwelt. Yeah. Great to have you here. You have 10 minutes, and looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you so much, Steve. I will share my screen now. Is it fine? Is it visible?
Yeah, we can see it. There you go.
Thank you. So yes, thank you so much for providing us the opportunity to present Fabwelt in this hackathon. My name is Abhishek Pegada. I represent Fabwelt. I'm CEO of the project, and I would like to talk about what is Fabwelt, what is the idea of Fabwelt, and provide you a demo of the products that we have developed already. So the basic, the core idea of Fabwelt was to develop games, but then after could say a lot of research and seeing the background, how the games and cryptocurrencies revolve around, and we came to a conclusion that there's not enough justice being done to those hardcore gamers or professional gamers, and we did not find any good games on the chain itself. So I think that's how we started this project, and we it was always decided that we'll only do high-end games or 3D games. And then, we started to work on it, but then the founder had an idea of developing a shooter game. Myself, had an idea of doing a sports game, and then someone else had an idea of a racing game. So we did not find a solution for it. So we decided to do a multi-gaming platform. It is kind of a ecosystem, or you could say a studio, where games of all types will be available, and users can come onto our platform and play these games. Sounds very interesting, but to do it's quite a challenge, because to develop a high-end game, it takes some amount of time and resources. But then it's fun. I think we are trying to become better and better with every game that we are developing. We have currently 2 games under development. One is live, the other is almost going to be live, and the architecture for the third game is laid, which is going to be a much bigger game than the other 2 that we have already introduced. These 2 were the core ideas, to have high-end games and a multi-gaming platform. So this is something that we took it from the market, and by analyzing the market and seeing that what is missing for the gamers out there. So we believe that on the chain, the most important thing is you own the game, and the owning of the game comes in various ways, like NFTs. So we also wanted to do something unique with NFTs, and we kind of reinvented, I would say. So these are called in-game NFTs. I'll explain you in detail what these in-game NFTs are, but could say now these are kind of strategies or power-ups which you can use in the game to have some advantage over your opponents, and try to strategize with your team to win the tournament. So yes, as the basics of gaming platforms on the chain happens, that there's play to earn and there's pay to play. So we provide both the options. There's free to earn, wherein you can go and try out our game, and while you do the kills, it's a 3D first person shooter game. Depending upon the number of kills and the hours provided, you earn our tokens. But then the earning is not only in terms of currencies. We also provide earning in terms of NFTs, as these in-game NFTs, and then NFTs as assets and collectibles, which are in a wide variety in the game. And to elevate the experience, we do provide something called as automated tournaments. These are directly programmed in the game, which rotate 365 days every day, 24 hours. So users can go and participate in these tournaments, and these come with a bigger prize pool. And apart from that, Fabwelt introduces special tournaments from our side, where you do not have to pay to enter these tournaments, and there's a prize pool which is exclusively provided by Fabwelt. So yeah, so this is in general the ecosystem that we would like to see actually on the chain. So you see there's a game at the left bottom called as Arsenal. So Arsenal is a first game that we developed. It's a 3D first person shooter game. I would give a demo about it later. And then on the right side of the ecosystem, you can see there's a word called Fanwelt. Fanwelt is a second game. It's a fantasy sports gaming platform where you can come onto the platform and play almost all kinds of sports. The logo isn't there. We just released the logo, and we would update it into the ecosystem. And the idea is to provide on the web, go onto PCs, mobiles, and then ultimately the target is to be on the consoles. So yes, so talking about NFTs as heart of the gaming system, first I would like to talk about in-game NFTs. So these in-game NFTs, for now we have for Arsenal games, so they are namely Freeze NFT, Infinite NFT, Speed NFT, and there are a couple of coming soon. So to give you an idea, I'll also give a demo about it. So let's say Freeze NFT. So if you are in the arena, and then you are a team of 5, and then Team A plays with Team B, and there's only one person left in Team A. And if you want to strategize and capture the tournament, you can probably use Freeze NFT on your opponent. So what happens is, when you activate this NFT, your opponent is frozen for like 10-20 seconds, and then you can take the advantage and shoot in their heads to get more points, and eventually turn the table and win the tournament. And similarly, Infinite NFT gives you infinite ammunition for 60 seconds. Speed NFT gives you a chance to run faster than your opponents for 60 seconds, and something like that. And yes, sometimes there is advantage, but then if it's strategized well, I think it can be nullified, and everyone has the equal opportunity to buy these, because these are very cheap. And we believe that gaming is not is of course a fun thing to do, but then more than that, it's training your brain. A lot of analysis goes into it. So these NFTs help you in development of how you think and how you react in the game. And so on top, the other section of the NFTs are, of course, collectibles and assets, as I mentioned. So for now, we have Fabwelt OG NFTs, which was the first series that we released. So these NFTs were given to some of our holders, and they bring a good utility to the Fabwelt gaming ecosystem. And then we released Arsenal OG NFTs, which is specific to Arsenal game, and then they also come with utilities, of course. And then there are Robo Worlds, which were actually the first series of NFTs that we did. And to provide you more details about how the in-game assets will be used, we have a weapon shop or a tool shop where you can buy and customize your weapons. It's still not implemented. Should take a week to be live and to be available to the community. We are working on more stuff like skins, and then armor upgrades, and then we have partnered with some of good projects who can provide us other upgrades by using these NFTs. Yes, so also to, take an extension of how these NFTs can be recognized in different games. So we have something called as universal NFTs. So since it is going to be a multi-gaming platform, we do not want our users to always buy different NFTs for different games. So for example, if the category is same, if the rarity is same, let's say for example, a weapon in Arsenal game can be identified as a sports item in the Fanwelt game, the second game which I mentioned, or it can be identified as a vintage car in a racing game if we do a racing game. So something like that. So we do not want our users to just load up the NFTs and spend more, which is not required. Yeah, so something for the community. So as I talked about the tournaments, on the left side you can see the tournaments that Fabwelt introduces, the special tournaments, which is going to get live. So if you would like to, please go and register and please participate. And on the right side you see these are the daily tournaments that we do, and it's available on the website, and you can go and enter the tournaments and play anytime. And then, yes, the idea of the metaverse was laid just after the project was decided. I think metaverse is all about freedom, and we do not want to take the freedom from our users by just providing one game. So after the completion of the gaming ecosystem, when we realize that it's self-sufficient, like we see the users are not going away, because there can be a group of friends and they can have different tastes, and everyone wants to play different games, and they can be on one platform, not wander around other platforms. They can interact with the same token, with the same NFTs, etc. So we take this idea to the metaverse, where you'll have there's something called as gaming portal, where you can register and you'll have one VR identity, and you can enter different games in the metaverse, while all the games are played simultaneously. And then we also would like to club up, for example, let's say two tournaments into one. Let's say there's a battle going on with Arsenal game, and there's a racetrack in the middle of the battlefield, and there's a race going on with the racing game, something like that. And also to give, not only to give opportunity for the users or the gamers, we also want to give something for the developers. So let's say the developers can build on our metaverse. For example, they can build new maps for Arsenal, and then they can layer the game in detail, stuff like that, which is a very beautiful world, where the coexistence of players and the creators is very nice to see. Yeah, so this is the idea of our metaverse. And yeah, so over here you see it's the www.fabwelt.com, where you can experience about us. I would quickly take a tour of it. And arsenal.fabwelt.com is the extension of fabwelt.com, which is our first game. And yeah, so thank you, everyone. So this is what I would like to tell you about Fabwelt, and I think it's the time to show you what Fabwelt is about. Sorry, what the game is about. I have to pause for questions now, or may I proceed with the demo?
Yep. So now we have another founder, Lucas, another judge, Lucas Leo Hobby. So this time I'll have the judges asking questions for Fabwelt team. So
Yes,
Lucas,
please.
if you have any questions.
Okay. Sorry, I just joined a meeting last minute. Don't have any questions for now. I think I need to study more a little bit. Please go on. Yeah.
Got it. So Hibiki, if you have any questions.
Yeah, thanks, Abhishek, for your presentation. So I'm Hibiki from KuCoin Labs. So yeah, and I have a short question. What's your? I want to know what's the biggest challenge you're seeing for your project, and also especially for the segment you are in.
Yeah, I would say, it's not easy to develop games, and especially if you're talking about high-end games. As I mentioned, it takes a lot of resources and energy to build a game, and also on the chain, because it's something like there's continuous, earnings happening in terms of currencies and assets, and also, to take that to another level where you build more than one game, it takes more resources in terms of financial aspects. So I think for now, that is the biggest of the challenge, to sustain and also keep on not stop the development part, while also managing the community and the marketing aspects of it. But then, challenges are good, and the more we push ourselves, that is where we try to reinvent ourselves and grow. So yeah. Thank you, Hibiki. I hope it was a short answer, but I answered you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
It's a good one. Thank you, Abhishek, for joining us today. Yeah, also looking forward to the development of Fabwelt in the near future, and I look forward to see you again at the closing ceremony. We will have
Okay.
winning
Ma-
team.
I would like to ask something, Steve. My time is done.
Oh, no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Can I show the demo of the game, please?
Oh, you should. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, this game was built with the least resources that we had, but it's a good one. It's called Arsenal. It's a 3D first-person shooter game. It has an extension of the website where you can find all, like, there's an NFT shop, and then we are coming up with our own marketplace, so where you can buy these in-game NFTs in-house, and then there's tournament, as I mentioned. So these tournaments. Would be available in the tournament section. Currently, we are on Polygon and Binance, and then I think we recognized Avalanche as a very beautiful ecosystem, which has very smart users. And then this is the reason why we are in this hackathon. It's more than the prize money; it's about the exposure and the eagerness to let Avalanche community know that we are also bringing something of similar quality. So if you click on Play Arsenal, you will be redirected to this page, and then you have to collect your wallet, a decentralized MetaMask wallet, and then there are certain ways you can play. You can host a server, you can find a server. So basically, I would like to host a server now, and we have few maps. There's laboratory, there's desert, industry 1.0, and just to give an the thing, it's on WebGL, so it takes out the renders, but still we believe that to call it as a high-end game, it justifies itself on the web. But we soon, I mean, it's almost there. I wish I would have showed you the desktop version. It will be launched next week, and then the game should look much better in that. So I'll just try to give you how it looks. Let's say, we can play laboratory, and then I'll enable bots. So yeah, so this is how it looks like. We'll do full screen. Yeah. So oh, my ping is high. So I'm in this game. You see how I run. So if I use my, let's say, speed NFT, I run faster. And then there are, like, now I don't see the bot. So if I use freeze, if I see the bot, bot will be frozen for some time, and I can shoot. So I I, I mean, this is one of the map that we plan to do, laboratory, and yeah. So this is how the game works. Took some time. It took us like 4 months to finish the game. And you see on the left top, the speed NFT time is going to end, and you'll know when it stops, so that you can already find a hiding place or a place to strategize yourself for the killings to happen. So yeah, so if you press escape twice, you can leave the room, or else you can suicide. And yeah, this is one of the map. If you would like to, I mean, there are other maps. Please try it out. So yeah, there are NFTs you could buy from the shop. And there are many options. I mean, let's say your internet is not well, you can always reduce the quality of the game. You can go back to the fastest fast, or etc. There are other technical options you can choose, audio controls, etc. So could say it's a well-designed game, and we always keep upgrading it. Like I showed you the weapon shop. The weapon shop is not here, and it will be integrated very soon. Uh, yeah, so that's about it. Short and simple game, but it takes some kind of planning to play the game.
Can I ask a question?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
I think well, it's a very well designed game. I'm just interested about your marketing strategy. Are you more targeting on the traditional
Yeah.
gamers or more on the crypto native
Yeah,
users?
so yeah, it's a balance of both. We do our there's a base marketing that we do with our team marketing team, which entirely focuses on crypto users. But then we go out of, I mean, a little bit we go out and target the traditional gamers. Like let's say, for example, we contacted some of the guilds who are not even aware of crypto gaming in physical. We go to different cities and speak to them and try to advertise Arsenal and provide them why is it beneficial to play this game over the other games. One of the part. And then we have a technological partner named as Ajiro. Ajiro is a well-known company where they have more than 5 to 7 million of user base with many influences around the globe. I mean, these are like traditional gamers, hardcore gamers, and specifically we chose first-person shooter gamers. So they have a base of where they are not into crypto. So our challenge is to educate them, with Web3, how to build wallets and stuff like that. So this is the reason why we are doing this tournament, which is upcoming with some good prize. Prize is not the target. The target is the user should come onto a platform and try out the game. It's the hardest part over here is to convince them that the gameplay is as good as what you play out of the chain. And we, to be very honest, we are still not in the level of let's say there's Call of Duty, there's Counter-Strike Go, which is not on the chain. We are still not on that level, but with every upgrade we are getting closer, and we got a bit of appreciation with the gamers who are not on the chain. And we have currently like 6,000 users online. It's about a month the game is live, and try to build it more. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, thank you for the explanation to the question, and happy to host you today. We have
Thank
3
you, Steve.
minutes to go. Actually, we just know that the OpenBiSea team managed to make it this time. So yeah, looking forward to future development of a project. And
Thank you, Steve.
yep. So the next project will be Kingdom Quest. Hi, Dad.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. You have 10 minutes.
Sure, yep. Can you guys see my screen yet?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, hi, everyone. So, thank you for, joining me today in this meeting. So, I would like to introduce about my team and our project. Yep. So later, if you have any questions, I would like to answer all of them. So, a little bit about our team. So, we are all from traditional game industry. So originally we are all gamers, and then we get into traditional game industry.
Hey guys, is like Dad glitching right now? Hi, Dad. Yeah. Hi,
Oh,
Dad. Can you
hi,
hear us?
can you hear me? Oh,
You
sorry.
you just glitched. Yeah. Can you try again?
Sure, sorry. It's something technical issue.
Okay.
Okay,
You can
so
see
yeah.
it. Let me go.
So I will start with introducing about my team. So yep, we all have been working with each other for quite a long time at OneSoft, which is a leading game studio in Vietnam, for at least 4 years, and we had been working on the biggest project of OneSoft, which earned the millions of dollars every month. And now, well, it is a great chance for us to use our own experience and skills for our own people, for our own project. And yep, when we do our project, we do for us, and we do for you. And we took a good look at you, and we can see that there are roughly 80% of you guys out there enjoy casual games. And yeah, we want all of you guys to get involved, and that is why we choose to go with casual games. So casual games are very easy to learn how to play, unlike core games, which have very much of a learning curve. Uh, yep, it is very easy to play. Very easy to learn how to play it, and that is why all of you can play them. The casual games have a great attraction, so they are very interesting games, which will give us our games a very high retention rate as well. So in traditional game industry, the retention rate would be like 31%. And okay, about our vision for this project, we are gamers. We are very much inspired by a game metaverse of Steven Spielberg in his movie Ready Player One. I hope you guys know that movie. So our vision for Kingdom Quest is to recreate that world within our games. So we would like to build a Kingdom Quest universe, including 4 casual games, and those 4 games are all connected, and they will share the same storyline. And the 4 games will belong to many different casual genres, and this will help us to build a bigger and stronger communities of gamers who are in love with different types of gameplay. We want to build our own metaverse, and that is why we will convert our titles to 3D and then bring them to AR and VR as well. So about Kingdom Quest the beginning will be the first game out of 4 games that we will have in this project, and later I will show you the demo, our MVP of the first game. So it will have 2 main gameplays. The first main gameplay of it will be a mix of puzzle and RPG genre, 2 very favorite genres out there on the traditional game market. So the players will spend most of their time to travel around the mysterious lands and solve the puzzles, and then fight enemies in turn-based battles, and then they will get the treasure at the end of the journey. So in order to play, you will use your heroes, and heroes will have different classes, and they will be countering each other, and they will have different rarities as well. And the second main gameplay of the game will be expedition. Other than heroes, players now will be able to own NFT ships as well, another type of NFT. So this is an idle management gameplay where you will manage your fleet, including quite a few ships that if you have to adventure on the sea and then find the treasures. So yes, as mentioned above, we are having 4 games in this project, and Kingdom Quest the beginning will be the very first one. All of these titles will be using the same token, and many types of NFT can be used across our games, which means that if you own the heroes in the first game, you can use it in other games as well. The concept is that if the heroes play the main role in the first game, which means that it helped you with everything in the first game, then in the other games it will help you with part of it. For example, it will help you to do better in some certain gameplay mode. And all the games have been planned in terms of gameplay. The second game will be a farm game, and we have been doing R&D on it as well. Yeah, technically, we want to make sure that we have good foundation of technology to develop the best game. And the more time we spend on R&D, the better the game will turn out to be. That is our experience in traditional game industry. The third game will be a game where you can own lands, and yeah, it will include a lot of mini games inside. So it depends on the land that you own, you will be able to open a business and inside the game, yes, of course. And there will be like multiple types of business that you can open, and each business will allow you to play a mini game. And the third one, the last one, sorry, the fourth one will be a tower defense title. So those are the 4 titles we prepared for our roadmap. So yep. So we do really care about security. Yep, we do learn from the mistakes of some previous projects, and all gameplays that we choose is safe from cheating and hacking, as the servers can uh, monitor all the gameplay progress of the players, and it will be yep. It will be extremely hard for players to perform malicious actions against our games. So this our team. The first four are the four founders, including me. I am Dat, CEO of the project, and we have Mr. Đức Anh as our CMO. He's the founder of Tenticus, and we have Mrs. Tuyết as our CEO. She is the president assistant in CMC Corporation in Vietnam, and we have Mr. T to advise us with the strategies when we go to market in blockchain market, and then to have good foundation in blockchain company, we have Mr. Phúc. He's the CEO of Sotatech. He's our blockchain advisor. And last but not least, we have Mr. Đức. He's the former CEO of CMC Infosec Corporation, who is reputable for his knowledge in security and scalability of systems. So when we have to prepare for many cases, and when our community grows bigger and we get more people involved and play our games, we will have to scale up our system and then secure our system. And that is when Mr. Dickwin comes in. He will help us with any security and scaling issue. So, yep, we just want to be very, very careful and, yep, take every step counted. So now I will show you guys our demo of the first game. Sorry. So this is the game that we have been working on, the first game, the Kingdom Quest Beginning. So yep, as mentioned, you can have your heroes. The heroes can have 3 different classes, and you can be using them. So it will be warrior, mage, and assassin, and they will have 4 different rarities: legendary, epic, rare, and common. So the first main gameplay of it, you can choose. You go to campaigns and choose a level, and you will put into a map like this. And then your job is to get to the end of map. In this case, it's this gate. You need to get to this gate. This is the demo one. In the official version, we will have our tip to show to people and tutorial, so you can easily get to know how to play the game. So you can get to fight enemies as well. So you can choose up to 3 heroes to get involved in the battles, and they will fight the enemies. There will be 3 rounds. If you win 2 rounds, you will win the whole battles. And when you get to find them, they will fight in turn-based battle like this. It will automatically fight for you. So what you need to do is to find the right class to counter them. So that way, your heroes can do more special skills to put down the enemy easily. So that is pretty much it about the first gameplay. And we also are putting our second main gameplay on development, and it will be out very soon. So thank you guys for listening.
Awesome. Thank you, Dot, for the really cool presentation of the game and also the demo. So I also leave the chance for Lucas and Hibiki for if you have any questions for Dot and Kingdom Quest.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, thanks for the introduction. I've got one question here. Can you give us more detail about your team's track record? Like, what other project did you do in the past? Any games, any other projects?
Yes. So basically, we have been working on casual genres mostly, and we have been working on some some projects like 1945, Galaxiga, and Funkin Squad, which is on Google Gameplay. You can search them. It belong to OneSoft Game Studio. Yep.
Okay, got it. And for the sorry, what is the name of your game?
Sorry, the name
For
the
this
name
game,
of the
you already finished the part. Yeah, so it's
so
originally
yes, it is Kingdom Quest: The Beginning.
okay. So it's originally a traditional game, and you're doing the blockchain thing to integrate, or it's originally you want to do a GameFi.
Oh no, this is not the game we developed for traditional game. This game is the new one we developed separately for blockchain community.
Okay, got it. And what will be the launch date for the game?
So it is expected to be so right now we are having private tests for everyone joining in this project, including VCs and all the partners. And then later we will have the test for the beta test for all the public. And then after that, in April, we will have the launch of this game.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Yep.
Hi, Dad. Thanks for
Hi.
your presentation. This is Hibiki from Kuchling Labs. If my understanding is correct, that you are going to develop multiple games, and this will be the first one. So, will all of them target the same like players? So, is it possible that, for example, when you have the second game or the third one coming, and that will impact the first game? Because I don't know how if this kind of business model will be sustainable from this perspective.
Okay, so basically we have a separate reward pool for all the 4 games. So yep, so that would affect quite it will not affect the previous game when we release another game. And of course they can join the other games as well, because what they have been investing on the first game will also be very helpful in other games as well. Yeah.
For
If
example, for the first game, so if I already developed like to a certain level, so will there be any mechanism that will allow me to leverage that advantage to the upcoming game? So how will I'm just interested to know how will from players' perspective, how will my interest be sustained for maybe the first 2 games I played. I
okay.
don't know if that's clear, but yeah,
Okay. Yep. Okay, so so basically, what you have been working on in the first game, for example, you have been enhancing your characters, your heroes, to, for example, enhancement 15, which is a very high enhancement level, and you have put so much passion inside your heroes, and then later you can in the next game, of course, you can bring your heroes to the next game, and then to travel with you on the journey as well. So does that answer your question? I'm not sure if that the answer that you have been looking for.
Sort of, because my only concern is that as long as you have a new game coming, and that will bring probably like negative impact on the previous games. So I think to ensure all of them survive or and grow in organic way, and probably you need a very like clever mechanism to maintain use like players across all the like games. That's just my personal view.
Oh, don't worry. They will get interacted with each other. We will hold events. To of course, in the further future, we will hold events, and also the games that is a mix of the 2 games of our original games. We have 4 original games, right? And then later on, we will also develop the events that will interact the players from 2 or 3 games so they can interact with each other. So it will be very interesting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lucas, Hibiki, for a wonderful question, and thank you, Dot, for brilliant answers. Yeah, so thank you for the presentation of a brilliant project. And the next we will have DexPad joining.
Hi,
Bruce.
Steve.
Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Yep.
Hi, Han.
So
Hi,
you have
Lucas.
minutes to introduce DexPad. Very happy to host you today.
Thanks a lot, guys, for giving us an opportunity to put DexPad on Avalanche Hackathon. I'm just going to share my screen now. Okay, is my screen visible? Okay. Hey guys, so I'm Dex Bruce from DexPad, a multi-chain permissionless launchpad which cares about their users' contribution. So, first of all, why DexPad and what is DexPad? There are tons of launchpad in the crypto space right now, which provide either a permission-based launches or permission-less launches. What are the permission launches? In permission launch, you see some of the deals happen on backstage, and a new ICO, IDO, IGO, or IEO comes up, where users are not known about the deals or anything. They just know, okay, this is the price of launch, and this is how much we pay for these tokens. The better part of permission launchpads are they have strict vetting criteria, but there are long queues for new projects. Now, on the other hand, permissionless launchpad doesn't have much of the securities right now, where you might have seen some of the examples previously, like Anibus and all, where project owner didn't have to provide liquidity, and they could rug pull. But the best part for that is anyone can launch the project. So we will go in detail how we solve this problem and how we breach the solution between those two launchpad to keep user funds safe. First of all, regarding our team, I'm Dex Bruce. We are on technical side. We are 3 developers, 2 Solidity developer and 1 front-end developer. On marketing, we have tied up with Undefined agency named Undefined from Europe, who is looking for our marketing and all. So why we decided to develop a new launchpad when there are already so many launchpad? In August 2021, we took part in one of the pre-sale on permissionless launchpad, and that got rugged by like almost like $1 million or something. And when users complained to those on the Telegram of the launchpad, we got a standard answer of do your own research. That is true. DeFi space is very risky. Users has to do their own research, but there has to be some basic set of criteria where at least people should be able to trade their token and all after their contribution. So we went through whole process of how can we make a basic criteria. What are the expectations from the users when they take part on those launchpad, and we started interacting with those users. We don't want to be a long queue permission based launchpad, but at the same time we want to add certain basic criteria so people can rely on us for our vetted research. So we connected with those users. We discussed what could be the possible solution for that, and we made sure that our gatekeeping, our criteria doesn't become a bottleneck for new projects who want to launch it. Okay, so we while discussing this, we identified three major pain points: lack of transparency, uh, platforms defer to complaints, and polluted environment of scamsters, anyone launching a token and not providing a liquidity even after raising the fund. So uh, we developed a platform where uh, what can what happens is user visits the DexPad, user see different type of pre-sales available, they simply contribute to those pre-sales. They will have all the information available about the total token supply, different socials of the pre-sale and all, and there will be a check of minimum liquidity to be provided on the DEXs. So if any project want to launch on a DexPad in unweighted scenario, they will have to provide minimum 50% liquidity, 50% of the raised amount as a liquidity, and that liquidity will be locked minimum for 1 month. That is handled at contract level. So no project can do any kind of scamming activity where they just raise the amount and go away with liquidity. All this thing happens in a trustless environment where finalizing the pre-sale happens in a single transaction, including liquidity lock and providing liquidity on different locks. As soon as the pre-sale is finalized, people will be able to trade that token on the very next block on that blockchain. So we developed this platform by keeping uh, users contribution in mind, as well as all the vetted projects will need to provide minimum 75% of the liquidity. Okay, so these are the some of the things which we work on, and provided you know safe platform to users. Currently we can proudly say that we are taking the minimum fee from the pre-sale, like 2% in tokens and 2% in the raised amount. Out of the tokens we took as a fee, we distribute all 100% of that token to our DXP native token holders. Okay, these are our future plans. We plan to work on integrating different DeFi based financial products like SIP and all, where user can come to our platform and uh, they can choose which coin they want to automatically buy and do a dollar cost average. We are in talks with a couple of blockchain based gaming platforms. Sorry for a little bit disturbance, I am coming at home, taking a call from home. uh, we will have upcoming charity based NFT marketplace pre-sale. We are working on different learning portals, and we are partnering with different guilds as well to bring the DeFi users into the blockchain space. And yeah, so when we started this project, we only thought about pre-sales and securities and all. Then later we realized that what we are doing for users is good. On top of that, what else we can do for the projects? So we started working on a couple of tools like token minting, lockers, and airdroppers. So that will help new projects to focus on their product instead of focusing on some bootstrap product. Like, they don't need to reinvent the wheel. So if a project owner want to launch their game, their focus should be on game instead of working on pre-sale contract, working on minting their own token or creating lockers and all. They can use our service, all necessary service, starting from token minting up to airdropping. So we want to be a multi-chain one-stop solution for all the new upcoming projects where all of the requirement is handled in a single platform. Yep, I guess that's it. I hope I was not too fast. Saturday.
Awesome presentation, Bruce. And yeah, I'm actually very familiar with DexPad because DexPad participated in previous Dorahacks hackathons. So I know exactly what what problem DexPad is trying to solve. So just wonder, Lucas, Hibiki, if you have any questions for Bruce.
Shall I demo first?
Yeah, you can go ahead, demo first.
Yeah. Okay. So we initially launched it on Kronos network on 9th of November, and then we expanded on Avalanche, BSC, and Polygon in a single go. And currently we are already live on AVEX network. So I'm going to show a whole process for new projects which they can do on DexPad, starting from token minting to doing a pre-sale. Okay. Cool. So here is our website, dexpad.io, where a project can go and mint their own token. Let's say I want to create a demo token, DMT. This is token decimal, and I want to create a supply of 100,000. Bear in mind, we currently support standard token as well as reflection token. And both of our token is fixed supply token. We don't have mintable tokens yet, where a user can mint more token after the TGE. That is not supported right now, but we are working on that, adding different token, kind of tokens. So okay. Yep. So token is created successfully, and you can verify. You can get the address of your token from manage token. You can go to the Explorer to get the details of that token. We just need to change the address, and yep. So now let's say I want to create a pre-sale of this token. I can go to Launchpad and start or manage a pre-sale. Currently we are supporting two type of pre-sale. One is vetted and one is normal pre-sale. So let's say we have also added support of multiple base tokens. We are going to add like USDC and USDT support on AVEX platform most probably this week. So project owners can raise their capital in different stables as well. So here project owner can create how much they want, what is the price of their token in terms of one AVEX. We are already partnered with Elk Finance, where we will provide a default liquidity. Let's assume that I want to give my users 100 tokens for one AVEX. We specify the soft cap and hard cap. Let's say the soft cap is, let's say, 0.1 AVEX just for demo, and hard cap is 0.2. One more check we put over here is the soft cap must be minimum 50% of the hard cap. The reason behind that is so people don't use with small soft cap and high large cap. And for the pre-sale to be successful, it must reach minimum soft cap. If it doesn't reach soft cap, it cannot be successful. It will be failed. Here is the max contribution limit. It all depends on the project. Now, let's say how many percentage you provide the liquidity. For a normal pre-sale, it would be minimum 50%, 51%. But if you want to create a vetted pre-sale is where DexPad takes its time to verify the project is ready, to make sure that project is KYC'd and is audited. So for them, minimum would be required 75%. Let's say I want to provide 99% of the liquidity. What is the rate on elk finance. So what should be my IDO price? For weighted pre-sale, we keep it fixed like within 10% region to prevent any selling pressure. So let's say for here, I want to keep it 50. Here project can put their different URL socials like website and all. The timing.
Yeah, hi Bruce. I think there's still limited timing. We
Okay.
have to like move on to the next project.
Okay. Yep. So this is just one click I will do, and will be good. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can take this is how you can create a pre-sale, and on lockers you can check out how you can lock your own token. This is good for project which have their roadmap, like the um, linearly vested tokens for their private cell owner or their VCs and all. So they can lock their token linearly, as well as standard locker. They can lock their liquidity as well, and they get the URL which they can show it to their project uh, as a proof of genuine project to show it and all. And on top of that, we do have airdropper where we support up to 1,000 addresses in a single airdrop currently, and it all depends on the chain and gas amount and all. So all of this thing is already live from day one, from 8th November, 9th November, and currently we are already live on AVAX mainnet, BSC, Polygon, and Kronos.
Yep. Happy to see like DexPad supporting Avalanche right now.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Bruce, for the brilliant presentation. Yeah, last but not least, I want to welcome OpenBiSea. Hi, Alex.
Yeah, hi guys. Hi, Steve.
Are you joining from Ukraine?
Yeah, I am. So here is the 6 a.m. I'm close to Kiev, but still safe. Let me do a presentation.
Yeah, you're free. Hope you're safe. You have 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So, share my screen. Okay, got it. So this story of OpenBiSea was started like 2 years ago. Me and my friend, he's journalist from VentureBeat, we created a small Telegram bot which mint artwork of his daughter, and we even sell a couple of NFTs there for like couple of $100s. And this bot was built on Binance Smart Chain because Ethereum fees was very expensive. And finally, when I start investigation, and buyers start asking me where they can sell NFTs, like a second market for their friends, resell, do auction. And I start researching, and surprisingly, I didn't find any kind of NFT marketplaces which open enough, which based on TrueDex and on Binance Smart Chain. This time was no open enough marketplaces where anybody can list NFT and start selling. This is why I create OpenBiSea. It was like a funny name, I targeted OpenSea for Binance, but now it's multi-chain actions where you can make a full cycle NFT deal you can buy main coins, you can create NFT, you can do action and get money back, which is also designed with a big support font where I describe later. So what is it? We are currently, it's a smart contract based system, Android and web UI application, which cover all cycle. Smart contracts are built on Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Silo, Metis, and near Aurora, and a couple of new blockchains will come in soon. And we also create a metaverse division which take care about developing and production own NFT games because we are faced with unreasonable hate from game developers. And I decided to create separate division, which I shows later. So what is the challenges on the market faced in general? At first, and main challenge it's complicated process to access market. Even me as IT guy, like for me, it's looks like very complicated. So I have to install wallet. I have to buy cryptocurrency. Then I have to understand what is wallet, what is address, etc., etc. So, and when I and my team personally spoke with influencers, for example, they even stopped on a phase to install wallet. And of course, regular customers and mass market customers stop it on the same level. And it's touched everybody: investors, influencers, licenses companies, brands, etc. The second problem is the absence of profitable, safe, and transparent place for second market NFTs. Currently, marketplace is focusing on own NFTs, own contracts, but they forgot that people can have to resell, and maybe they don't like existing marketplace. And very important point in case, in whole case of NFT, that buyers and sellers now are created a value for marketplaces, but they didn't get anything in back. So marketplaces value grows up. OpenBiSea now valued like 13 billions, but all buyers and sellers will build it out of boards. So this is, and of course, Ethereum fees, but I don't think so that it's now a biggest issues. So this is a solution. So OpenBiSea, it's like an easiest place, which included a wallet, included opportunity to use a credit debit card to buy NFTs. We also create a bridge from Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain and have a plans in the future to bridge between all of our supported networks. And OpenBiSea open it for everybody. So it's like a full deck. So it's even don't have our own backend, and web and Android apps interacted directly with the nodes on blockchain. So why OpenBiSea? So it's like simple as well. So we have a different propositions for buyers, for influencers, for license companies, for brand. How OpenBiSea works? So we are cut just 5% from NFT purchases, and we also charge for a listing. for special processes, and that will enough. Everybody who sell and buy can climb OBS token, which I presented later. So what is OBS token? It's designed to provide a value for buyers and sellers. So like 80% of whole total supply hold it on a smart contract, and automatically calculated how much tokens can be climbed, and anybody can climb automatically without any approvals from our side. And it's add value for sellers and purchases, and provide a true economic value of the project owned by most active buyers and sellers. And of course, it's part of future government's strategy. So this is how competition landscape shows. Of course, it's not presented a full picture, but we are couple of key points. We are smart contract based full DEX, support a multiple chain and non-custodial wallets as well. So this is our team. I'm investor and an entrepreneur with 25 years experience, and details about my team members you can review there. So let me do a little demo to show you how it's simple now. So let me switch to English. Sorry. Okay. So you can see like a base point where all NFTs are passed and shown there. So it's like vodka token cocktails, our partner. Sorry, just a second. It's a wrong tab. Share it. Okay. Okay, you got it. So you can see it's a basic UI for all NFTs on the market. You don't need to connect a wallet now, but you can still connect. So let's say we connected to Binance Smart Chain. And here you can see a wallet where all assets are present, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon. Here is like my collections for all collections, like on Binance Smart Chain, but we still can change the networks. Like this is on Polygon, this is on Aurora, on Silo, Metis, and you can still switch the network here, and of course you can mint new NFTs and start sell NFTs. This is an interesting point. It's a metaverse tab where presented MotoDex. This is our first title, which now actively on development process, and we'll release it, I guess, this month. A couple of our partners, Project Heroes TD, Mavitrix, etc. And we received a grant support from Polygon, from Metis, from Aurora Near, and we probably expect a couple of few more grants. By the way, we contacted with hacker team, but project was not approved for grant, but we are still open for cooperation. Our user base now close to 5,000 active users on the web app, and on the socials it's 10,000 plus active members like hundreds of partnerships. You can see here, like Polygon, CoinMarketCap, etc., etc. I'm very glad to share with you. I hope the situation will stay safe here.
Yeah,
but we actively develop in anyway.
Yeah. Alex, sorry to interrupt, but I think it's about time.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Good.
Yep. So the MotoDex actually was introduced by OpenBiSea team as well. It's one of the very first games. It's also a demonstration of how OpenBiSea can be a great marketplace to host interesting NFT assets in different games. So I also see OpenBiSea as a game incubator. MotoDex is their first game, and they will incubate a lot of interesting games in the future. But today, like our time is running out. We had 5 amazing projects joining us today. It is the first demo session for amazing Avalanche Hackathon participants. So very happy to see brilliant projects are deploying their version of Avalanche after they already built with this great project Avalanche. So I just want to congratulate you guys. Thank you, BWS, DexPad, Fabwelt, Kingdom Quest, and OpenBiSea for joining us today, especially Alex for joining us from Ukraine. We hope you're safe and sound, not just for now, but also for the near future. Yep. And also, I want to thank the 2 judges joining us today. Thank you, Hibiki from Cocoon Labs and Lucas from Hobby Incubator for joining us and supporting the Avalanche Asia Hackathon, and also support the amazing founders joining us today. So it's a great start. The hackathon will last for another month, and I kind of hope that you guys can keep developing on your project and do great in this hackathon and engage with your community. Let them show support to you by voting for you on HackerLink platform. Make sure you do that. I hope you all have a great, I guess, like enjoy this hackathon and have a great time engaging with the Avalanche community, Dorahacks community, and your own community. And looking forward to you guys partner with each other, especially what we're like trying to see for this event. So thank you all. It's been an hour and a half. So look forward to see you guys again at the closing ceremony. Yep.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank
Thank you all.
Bye. Take care.